What are your thoughts on expanding to 7 periods in the school day to accommodate more delivery of practical skill-related education?
Well, the 7-period day has been discussed for many years, even back when I was teaching, and of course the number one conversation is how are we going to fund this? And so if a 7-period day is wanted, I think studies need to be done to show what is it we're offering within those 7 periods. If it's, in my opinion, if it's more of the same what we're currently doing, needs to be looked at a little closer. I believe this is an opportunity to provide maybe some of our career and technical education. Let's get programs, as I mentioned, carpentry. Let's get the family consumer science, more developed arts, the musics. Let's get the whole rounded student opportunities, more opportunities for kids to learn and grow, hands-on, that piece there. So again, if we're going to do the same thing and without different expectations, things, I don't know, and it has to be paid for somehow.
I think the expansion to a 7-period day is necessary and long overdue, but not just for the reasons stated in the question about technical, practical delivery of the type of classes. All students need additional access to educational opportunities, and if the 6-period day that we currently have is putting our graduates at a disadvantage, then I absolutely support working towards improvements to the options they have so that they have the same opportunities as students in other districts around the state. This is important for all kinds of kids. Students who decide to participate in the arts like band or orchestra should not have to sacrifice their academic program or the access to other types of electives so that they can participate in the arts. Students who receive special services through EL or special ed should have the same access to electives and core academic courses as their peers who don't receive those services. Students who are delving deeply into specific paths of study, such as vocational technical education we were talking about early, need to have sufficient blocks of time to be able to both delve deeply in that area and pursue the academic core that they need. Simply put, our students have to have access to the breadth of opportunities and course paths that they need to be able to access the college aspirations they have or the work aspirations they have after they finish at Faribault High School. And anything less than that is unacceptable. Our students deserve the best in this district, and I hope I can work to moving forward so they have all the opportunities they need.
I am very much in favor of the 7th hour in the school district. It used to be that way. I don't know when it got changed, but that's irrelevant. But I think 7 periods would be very important because it would give an extra time frame for whether it be special education or career education, something other than, as I mentioned before, reading, writing, and arithmetic.
I fully support the 7-period day at the high school. However, I don't want to rush it into a vote if it's brought before the people for operating levy, but the school board must get our ducks in a row to get all the details, get a detailed plan of all the costs, the offerings that we'll have. But yes, right now I would support it if all those details are mentioned along with the contracts of all our unions. We must get that before. So depends what comes first, the chicken or the egg. I have to see step by step how this is done.
Well, who wouldn't want to expand our programs to 7-period days? That option, however, is an expensive one. It would require far greater staffing. It would require expansion of our buildings and a total recreation of how the high school program would work. Do I think we should move toward that? Absolutely. Do I think we have community support to fund that kind of initiative? No, I don't. I think our first effort should be in building confidence through programs that are low cost and cost neutral so that we can build public confidence and support for future funding.
I think it's utmost importance that we get it and that we allow our students to be open to taking some other classes that they usually wouldn't, and just once again back to the trades and the national problem it's becoming. And we have a lot of local employers that just simply can't fill a lot of open spots because we don't have students that have had any experience in that area. So 7-period day I think would be huge for our school district. I think it would be huge for our community, and I think it would be a good draw for our community and hopefully help slow down or stop some of the open enrollment outside of Faribault to other schools.